Listen, you will never find another channel on the history of this planet and YouTube that will give you more concrete information on Nintendo Switch 2 than this one. So I invite you to subscribe to this one because in this video, oh my gosh, this is going to be Switch 2 feast because, oh yeah, I'm going to go over what's been said, right? But no, I'm going to go over what Nintendo themselves has put out there, okay? The entire Switch 2 is out there. All of it. All of it. You want to know? You want to see? I'll show you right now. Let's get started.
Welcome to the Odyssey. Hit the like, press play. You're running with the squad like Xenoblade. Drive like Mario, we on a...
All right, like I said before, only subscribe if you find value in this video, guys. You're going to find a lot of value, promise you. Here from NintendoNews.com, let's go over what is out there right now so far, right? Universal Nintendo, which is a Spanish publication, claims that Final Switch 2 hardware has 12 gigabytes of RAM, ray tracing is possible, plus DLSS 3.1 is in the system, right? This makes it clear why that other leakers stated that this new Final Fantasy remake looks just as good as the PS5 due to hardware upscaling and acceleration because of DLSS, which is a great technology by NVIDIA, right? So here, a long-time rumored next-gen generation Nintendo's incredibly popular Switch system. While Nintendo has kept quiet, more sources seem to be coming forward, revealing what they have heard from their sources. Nintendo reportedly showed up console off the developers at Gamescom behind closed doors, and we already know this. This is old news, right? This is Eurogamer and VGC reporting from their very credible sources, and then Universal Nintendo, an editor that's, I think, even more credible, chipped in stating, hey, no, we're not using DLSS 5, it's DLSS 3.1 with 12 gigabytes of RAM. Not to mention that it also has 512 gigabytes of space, an upgrade from the 32 gigabytes that the Nintendo Switch 2, a Nintendo Switch normally has, right? Not the OLED, but the base model. But let's go ahead and go into the galore of leaks, and these are legal leaks. I always call them legal leaks because these are not actual leaks. This is public information that people ignore, and it always comes out true, guys. If you go to my videos, you'll see that I spoke about the patent before the Switch came out for the Mario Edition, and I told you, hey, this is the Mario Edition Switch. Now, let's go ahead and, guys, this video is going to take a little bit. It's going to be a little while, so grab a snack. There is a lot of information here, and guess what? We will even discover more information during this video. There is so much information that I couldn't look through all of it, but we are going to look through all of it here in this video, and we are going to continue to discover more and more and more information regarding Switch 2 because Nintendo just literally let go of everything. I mean, everything, including the Switch 2 information. Nintendo just released it all at once, okay? So I'm going to go over what I found so far, okay, which will get you excited, and then we'll continue looking through the patents because Nintendo released a lot more information, which tells me that the Switch 2 could be closer than we think. Maybe Tokyo Game Show, who knows, but this information is already out there. Let's go ahead and look through it. I want to start first by showing you the page where all the patents are. Look at all these patents that Nintendo just released. I'm telling you, in this channel, if you know me, I look through patents a lot. I bring a lot of patent information out there, but I've never seen this much ever. So many patents issued back to back to back to back. Like Nintendo needed to get something out there, right? They needed to get something out there. And due to the history of patents, okay, a lot of people are going to tell you out there, they're going to say, oh, wait, patents never come true, or some patents never make the day light. Well, that's not the case with Nintendo because I've proven that wrong time after time here after covering so many patents, and then later on, literally weeks later, or even months later, we see the actual thing come to fruition, right? Just like what happened with the Switch OLED Mario Edition and others. So let's go ahead here and go over the first patent. This one right here is important because this has to do with that DLSS 3.1 that we just talked about, right? Here it is. Here it is. A computer system provided by converting images through use of trained neural network. A source image divided into blocks and context data added to each pixel block. The context blocks are split into channels, and each channel from the same context block is added to the same activation matrix. The activation matrix is executed against a trained neural network AI to produce a change activation matrix. The change activation matrix is then used to generate a converted image. So it takes a smaller image and makes it into a better image, okay? This one goes as far as the first thing. Look, it tells you 540p image, right? This is like a very low resolution image, right? It's a 540p image, right? And then it shows you a little diagram of what the AI does with the image. And you see here, from right here, it takes this here, brings it here, converts it into, makes it into a higher resolution image. And if we scroll down here, we're gonna see more images regarding. This is the switch to, okay? This is the game device, game video application, engine. Here, neural network here. We have the CPU, RAM, and GPU. And then let's go ahead down here because the images actually tell you. But look at one thing here, okay? This is the actual console right there, okay? You notice something, guys? Do you notice something? What scale is it going to have? 1080p. Reorganized 1080p output. Data into converted image, okay? So right now, this has to do with the actual console, not the output towards the TV. This is for the actual console, the upscaling on the game device that we see here, okay? Not the output, okay? But this is basically on the actual system. So we have an image from 540p, okay, upscaled to 1080p. Okay, 540p to 1080p. So this system will be in 1080p on handheld mode. All right. Here we have a little more explanation and example. Like I said, guys, it's a lot of information. So sit back, grab a snack. I'm gonna continue to go as fast as I can, but not skip too much because the information is important. But here we have another information of the AI, and then I'm gonna get to the images so that you guys understand. They actually show pictures and how it actually betters the image. Right here, there we have it. Here we have it. Here we have the smaller picture. This is the 540p, right? And this is what it turns it into. Okay, that is what it turns it into. That is right there. It upscales, right? So this is Nintendo's own version of DLSS. Why Nintendo's own version? Is because this is the patent by Nintendo and not NVIDIA. Nintendo might use a chip. NVIDIA might do some upscaling on its chip, but Nintendo's also doing it via their software right here. So via their AI. So this is where I want to leave it here because it's right here with these images and what I've showed you really explains it all here. All right. Now let's move over to another patent which has to do with something else regarding the Nintendo Switch 2. All right, let's move over to this one right here. Okay, a certain example embodiment, a computer system receives game state data from another computer system and applies the game state data to a first game application that is being executed without using user inputs. What does that tell you right here, guys? That first paragraph was very clear. That means that if you have more than one Switch, okay, you will be able to play one game and continue it on the other game without cloud save data. Yes, cloud save data is involved, but you know how you normally have to download it before you start playing? This patent here has to do with exactly that. One game system receiving information from another game system without user inputs. You don't have to do a thing, guys. You can play your games throughout. You can start a game and play one place and then hopefully pause it and continue playing it somewhere else, okay, which is incredible. I guess this is more for people who have 2 or 3 Switches in the house. I mean, I know I have more than one, and I'm guessing that Nintendo might issue something within the promotional material or whatever that might want to get you two. Who knows? But this right here is just an upgraded version of the cloud save data, which that it's not available for all games, right? Animal Crossing does not have cloud save data. You have to download that little package thingy in order to play another system, right? And there are other games out there that don't have this technology installed. So if this comes to all games for the Switch 2, this will be fantastic. Cloud save data 2.0, where you can start playing on one console, continue playing on the other console, and vice versa, right? Who knows? But this right here has to do with the next level of continuing playing one side and following the other, like cloud save data, right? That's the next patent that I wanted to discover here. It shows you the displays here. It gives you information, the same exact thing, right? What you see here, this is the Switch 2 gaming device. This is the Switch 2, okay? But it just gives you information on how it does it when it comes to, like the first device and the second device are kind of connected and communicating with each other, right? Game device discovery. So it might use Bluetooth to do that. Stream state data. So it actually streams the data rather than just kind of going up to the cloud and then kind of putting it back. And then notification of game switch. So notification of game switch. So you're playing a game one here and you continue somewhere else. So it actually gives you that information when you're actually moving from one game device to the other. All right, so there you have it. This is information straight from Nintendo. These are not leaks. These are not sources. This is Nintendo, right? That's why I trust patents so much, because it comes straight from Nintendo. Let's move on to our next patent for another feature. Okay, right here. Okay, right here. This is a brand new game. So some people out there, look at the date, September 5th. This is today is September 8th. This is the brand new game. You can already see what game it is. Okay, it's from Nintendo. All right, we have the Adventures. Okay, we have a prior publication which basically tells you the game. All right, or what game is associated with it. Yes, Fire Emblem Heroes. This is not for Fire Emblem Heroes, but this is a Fire Emblem game. And we have here basically the description of the game. We have more images here, server, information processing terminals. These are systems. And then we also have right here again the server systems, memory processor. And if we scroll down even more, we see the interface, character name, HP, attack, speed, defense, skill 1, 2, and 3. We have here a character, empty slot, expansion, and then we also have all these other characters that you own, apparently, according to this numbers of owned characters right here. And in home, battle, fellow, summon, shop, setting. I don't know whether this is a mobile game. You guys let me know or not. This could be a Switch 2 game, could be a Switch 1 game. Who knows? But this is a Fire Emblem game. The patent was recently issued. This means that something is coming for Fire Emblem, whether it's a new game, it's an update, DLC, something is coming for Fire Emblem very, very soon. And so here we have a new patent regarding Fire Emblem. Let's move on to the next patent really quick here, because the discovery continue, guys. This is more information than I've ever seen before, and I want to cover it all because we want to have proof that yes, this is the source for you on everything related to Switch 2 and upcoming things regarding Nintendo from the source themselves, Nintendo. Let's go ahead and continue here. Look at this, guys, right here. You know that feature that a lot of people want, but some people don't? This right here is the patent just for that. A human-machine interface involves plural spatiality, coherent visual representation, surface at least one of which are movable by a person, plural windows or portholes into a virtual space, at least some of which are handheld and movable, are provided by using a handheld and other display devices. Aspect of multi-dimensional spatiality of movable windows. Okay, what does that mean to you guys? I think a lot of you already know what I'm talking about, because it's many times doesn't mention these two words, virtual space, right? Yes, guys, we're talking about VR, and don't be fooled by the mention of the Wii U pad here, because Nintendo does this a lot. They like to incorporate old technology to kind of show you how something should work, but it is not related to the Wii U, okay, at all whatsoever. All right, this is just Nintendo using one of their old devices that's already out there. Trust me, if it had to do with the Wii U, this wouldn't be there. This would not be there, because Nintendo would not give out that much information, right? So look, this is basically what Nintendo's using to kind of use, right, to kind of promote, like, something that's here is going to be on here, right? So, but the reality is that when we scroll down, we see Nintendo's kind of, they're trying to gear us in towards other areas. But take a look at this, guys. If we look at here, look at this, look at the shapes, all right? And then take a look at this. Look at the person. They're standing right in front of the shapes right here. And when they're standing right in front of it, they could see the shapes out in the air. This part right here, this is the virtual headset, VR. And when the person looks around, they see the shapes, right? It's just standing there. Okay? And then if we continue here, we see other illustrations. Now, these are the illustrations that matter. Forget about that other one, because, you know, not great. You know, this is the illustration that matters. This is what Nintendo's trying to show and trying to really patent, right? And we move forward here with more illustrations. Now we have this one, we have a bigger one in the middle, and then we have the actual objects. And so this is what Nintendo really wants to patent right here. This is VR. So yes, we will have some VR elements. I'm not saying that the Switch itself or the console itself will be just VR. I'm saying it's going to be part of it. I'm saying that VR is part of the next gen system, and I hope Nintendo does it better than anybody else. Here we have it again. This is just another representation of what it is, right? And we continue to see more examples here of what Nintendo is actually showing us for their VR headset, right? And continue here. It just continues. These are the images that really represent what Nintendo is trying to do, and these are the VR images that we're probably going to get, right? And so this is another patent in regards to Switch 2. You see how that person just moved their head, okay? They moved their head. They didn't move anything else. You don't see a Wii U board on his hand or anything. You see that they moved their head. You see their neck, how they're moving their head here, and they're looking somewhere else. And now they see the square over here. Okay, this is still there, but when they move their head, then now they see a new image, and then you can see the other part of the image right here. All right, so again, this is VR. This is confirmed that Nintendo might be working on VR for the next system. Okay, and again, take a look at this. Take a look at this. Out of range. All right, here, transition area, in range. You know, so there's a lot here happening. There is a lot here happening that Nintendo is working on, and it is all very exciting. I think what Nintendo is actually working on here and using this as an example is the actual camera. Okay, the actual camera. Which, guess what? There is a rumored camera on the Nintendo system itself, right? All right, so let's move on to the next patent we have here. Let's see here. We got another one right here that talks to us. All right, let's go ahead and read what it's about. And this one is going to make you even more excited, okay? Take a look. You know what? I'm not even going to read this here. First thing, yeah, I have to read some parts of it because there is something out there that is already out there that's very similar that a lot of you have been clamoring for Nintendo to do, but they are not going to do it because they're Nintendo. What they're going to do is find their own way of doing their own thing, right? And basically, yeah, it's similar to what's out there, but Nintendo is doing it differently, using something very similar. The information processing system includes a controller, including a stick, okay, to be displaced from an initial position by a user's operation. Restoring force. Imparting means applying and restoring force for return a position of the displaced stick to the initial position, right? Hey, Joy-Con drift. And check out this word, magnetic field, which serves as a resistance. What does that look like, guys? Yes, hollow effects sensing joysticks. The same thing that's out there by GuliKit. Nintendo has just issued a patent using the same technology, but in a different way, right? But, well, actually, it's kind of in the same way. This is Nintendo right here, the apparatus, and this is the controller, you know? And I will show you what it looks like because, I mean, there's just so much similarities to the GuliKit. I don't know what's gonna happen here. Nintendo just issued this patent, and here we have it. Here is the magnetic hollow sensing joystick apparatus. You guys out there who are very familiar with GuliKit, tell me if this looks exactly a lot just like the GuliKit one, but this is Nintendo's version. I knew Nintendo from the beginning. They were not going to patent or license anything from anybody. They're going to do their own thing. Remember, it's Nintendo, right? And then here we have the sensing joysticks here with the magnetic thing. And this is how Nintendo is going to use and fix the Joy-Con drift. Nintendo's taking a page from GuliKit, I guess, and then making their own version of the joystick drift, fix. Hollow sensing technology. Right here we see more information regarding that thing here, the x-axis, variable resistor, voltage. So I'm guessing this is magnetic field here, right? Generating section and voltage current conversion circuit unit. So maybe this is Nintendo's way of this is their version because it has a voltage current converter and it also has a magnetic field. Maybe the GuliKit has no power and Nintendo does. Nintendo has electricity going through it and it has voltage, and GuliKit only has magnetic fields, right? So this is the controller section right here. There's a big chance that we might not see Joy-Cons come back, right? Because at least for the patent that I've seen so far, I've only seen one controller. Maybe Nintendo's trying to hide that, but I've only seen one controller attached to a system, applications, system software, hardware. So that is basically the big one here. This is basically the little thingy, right, with the little ball in the middle that tells you where the Joy-Cons or the axis has to go when you're actually putting your controllers or syncing them, right? This is all about that joystick, right? This is the fix for the joystick. So the joystick is making a comeback. Yes, we don't know if it's with a Joy-Con or it's something else, right? And this is the last patent here. Let's go. And now the second part of this video, if you are here, take a break, come back because we have more to discover. There's just way too much to discover here. I'm here at number 9. We have all of these patents that we're going to go over together for the first time because, well, I can tell you here that this also has to do with the controller. 1, 2, this one also has to do with the controller. We have here another one that has to do with the program or a game right here, right? Another one here. Another one here has to do with a system, okay? A game system and so on. So we have more to go over. Let's start with number 9 and open right here a tab and go over here. Wait for it to load, and here we have it. The information processing system includes a controller, including an operational element, a restriction number of resistance section using a magnetohydrological, that's a good word, fluid whose viscosity changes with the applied magnetic field. It's interesting. Interesting. This one has to actually use a magnetic fluid, which is different from the other one. Let's go ahead and take a look at the image, because this is very interesting. This is different types of joysticks. Now this one could be added to the actual joystick on the Switch controller right here. See, controller, it's right there. And system, analog joystick, digital button section, antenna, wireless module, microcomputer, and here it is. So let's go ahead and continue to see if we see the actual joystick. Here we have it. So I guess it's the same thing. It's basically the same exact thing. Same patent. You know, when we see more than one patent, that means there's more than one controller. So yes, Nintendo is issuing one patent per controller. So yeah, this could be we're getting 2 joysticks. We have the same exact patent for another controller. This could be for the right and for the left one. So there we have it. We have a right and left controller, a patent for each. And then we have a third one, which could also be for the Pro controller. So it makes sense, right? We have a left controller, a right controller, like the left Joy-Con, right Joy-Con, and then one for the actual Pro controller. Why does Nintendo have to issue 3? It's because, you know, they're 3 separate items, 3 separate individual items that could be sold separately as well. So Nintendo has to issue a patent for everything they are going to sell, right? You can buy a Joy-Con by itself, just like you can buy it in pairs, just like you can buy a Pro controller, right? So this is also the same exact information and also the same exact technology that will be applied to, let's say, let's call this one the Pro controller, right? Pro controller. So we know that Nintendo is gonna fix the joystick throughout all of their areas here. Okay, let's move on to the next one right here. And this was a non-transitory computer readable storage medium having stored therein information processing program. This could be a game, right? And let's look forward here. Loading and a game system compromising an object management section, the associate of a game object for which an acquisition condition is met with user in the identification information and game execution section. The execute a game using a game object select by a user from amongst game object selected. Okay, so there's a lot of mention of a game. So game processing, yeah. Instructions, yes or no. Let's check here. Execute a game. Guys, we're kind of almost like live, but I'm recording it. So bear with me here. Execute the game, determine points. And we have here the actual gaming device. It's a gaming device. So information processing unit, object management, game execution, parameter, determination. And then we also have some information. But we can go more here. Information processing unit. This has to do with the game. Right here. There we have it. This is a game. You guys let me know, what does this look like to you? Because it is obviously a game. I really cannot guess all the games that this could be, but I know some of you out there could recognize some of this. Okay, could be Tamagotchi Life, could be something different, right? You can now play with character suits. So this could be an update. You will receive a character suit to race in. Could be Mario Kart, who knows? Choose your avatar. Here we have it. Add. And then we also have set up this avatar, course A, course B, course C, course D. And this could be an update to a game. Could it be Mario Kart? Hopefully, right? Set up this avatar, right? We have this here. And this looks like a mobile device. Who knows? But this looks like it could actually be for Mario Kart. Could it be Mario Kart Tour? Could it be Mario Kart 9? Who knows? Well, actually, you know what? I'm calling it. It's Mario Kart. I'm calling it. It is Mario Kart. We see the car here. We see the glider. We see the character. We see 150 cc's. And okay, right? So, yeah, I'm calling it. It's Mario Kart. But this could be Mario Kart 9. Look at how nice it looks, right? Look at how fancy everything looks. Look at the angle of the camera. And looking at the visuals, right? This could be Mario Kart 9, and who knows? And if it is, you know, there is rumors out there. One of the rumors states that Mario Kart 9 will be a launch title. So I'm not gonna rule it out. This could be Mario Kart 9, number of types of characters suit. But this could also be an update to Mario Kart Tour. Who knows? It's a Mario Kart. It's a Mario Kart pack. So let's go ahead and move on to the next one here. All right, we are now in the number 6. This could be also another game. All right, another game, and we're discovering as we go, guys, because there's a lot. There's a lot that Nintendo has just issued all at once, and this is crazy. How about we go straight to the actual visuals? This also looks like Mario Kart, if I'm not mistaken. But what is this? These are wheels. It's okay. We have the Nintendo Switch there. Joy-Cons, okay, yeah, but this is Nintendo does this sometimes to deviate you from what they're actually showing you, right? They sometimes do this to kind of not really make you. Oh yeah, this is no. Okay, so this Tears of the Kingdom. Yes, Tears of the Kingdom. This is Tears of the Kingdom. Look at the little bar here. Look at the wheels. Look at the boards. Look at all the stuff here. DLC is coming for Tears of the Kingdom. DLC is coming for Tears of the Kingdom. And this is the confirmation for it, okay? Whatever that says, this is Nintendo kind of reissuing a patent, okay? They don't have to reissue this unless they're adding something new. Unless they're adding something new, they do not have to reissue a patent for Tears of the Kingdom. This is Tears of the Kingdom. These are the wheels. This is this device is new, right? It looks like a box thing, and at the end, it actually has a propeller, right? I don't recognize this in Tears of the Kingdom. A box like this with a propeller at the end. You let me know in the comments, but this could be a Tears of the Kingdom update DLC that might be coming to Nintendo Switch. And this is why the Nintendo Switch is shown here, because this is for Nintendo Switch for Tears of the Kingdom. And let us continue here. We have about 5 more patents to look over because this is a lot of information. I might divide this into a couple of videos or just keep it as one entire video with a whole bunch of timestamps. But here we go to another patent here discovered here. We're going to go over it together and find out what it is. It is all related to future things coming. Right now, this is a storage medium, information processing apparatus, information processing system, and game processing method. This could be a game itself, virtual game field where a player character is placed. It gives me vibes of virtual reality. Yes, this looks like it's Tears of the Kingdom, right? It looks like it could be Tears of the Kingdom, but here we have a little diagram here that says shore to one side. We have the bow to one side and the sword to one side. We got this here. Yeah, we got Link kind of looking like moving this rock with this power or whatever. It's funny. Look at his legs. They're hilarious. Some trees over here. And for the Switch, okay, DLC is coming for sure, okay? Tears of the Kingdom fans, DLC is coming. You heard it here first, okay? Here we have, this is just the Switch, because the game is for the Switch. Look at Link here. We have Link here with a whole bunch of stuff behind his back. Bows, swords, the sword. I mean, this is just like an illustration of Link, but here we have Link again with doing something there. I'm not sure what he's doing. Looking like he's using one of these techniques to do something, but it just shows you another pattern related to Link. Okay, so here we have it. We got more stuff here. Yeah, this is the fusing technique where you can actually fuse an arrow with a barrel. You can fuse a sword with the barrel. You can fuse a sword with the tooth. You can shoot a barrel with the tooth, maybe. You know. So here we have techniques. Maybe there's more fusion techniques coming, right? So yeah, this is Tears of the Kingdom, another patent for Tears of the Kingdom. So this has to do with something that's coming soon. Hopefully Nintendo will reveal something, maybe in the next Nintendo Direct. Maybe this coming Nintendo Direct will get information about the Tears of the Kingdom DLC. I know that recently we heard news that there will be no DLC, but that could be PR. These are patents that prove that there's something else coming, okay? Nintendo will not issue patents of something that's already been released. They have no reason to do it. They will issue patents of something that is coming ahead of time. All right, so we have another Tears of the Kingdom patent here for number 5. This looks like, let's see, processing, not storage, it's a readable storage medium, storing information, processing information, blah blah blah. This is the one we went through, right? And this is for the game right there. This one we'll go over and see what it's for. Again, we're discovering everything as we go, because Nintendo has never issued so many patents back to back. It looks like they're trying to rush through it, all of it. An example of information processing system selects a first object among the plurality of virtual objects by a selection of operation of user and generates bonding object indicated. Okay, this looks like it's another Tears of the Kingdom one. I am gonna guess it is. Let's go ahead and keep looking here. Yes, we have a Switch. What else we got here? Yes, it's for the Nintendo Switch. We got the Nintendo Switch internals. These are the specs of the Switch Joy-Cons. And yeah, another Tears of the Kingdom one. Okay, this is another Tears of the Kingdom patent. Okay, there's more, right? There's a lot more. Nintendo is giving us a lot more Tears of the Kingdom patents out there, and we'll see what this has to do with and what is added later on. I don't know what this is. This is like a disc here. He's adding the wheel to that right there, obviously. But yeah, another Tears of the Kingdom patent. So let's see what Nintendo comes up with this. Let's move on to the next one here, which could also be another Tears of the Kingdom patent. If it is, I'm telling you, it is confirmed. There's more Tears of the Kingdom coming DLC. An exemplary information processing system generates an assembled object by assembling a plurality of virtual objects based on an input by user. Another Tears of the Kingdom patent. There you have it. So, multiple Tears of the Kingdom patents. You guys put it together. Why would Nintendo just all of a sudden issue so many Tears of the Kingdom patents back to back to back to back? This is another game right here. Let's go ahead and take a look at it. Hopefully there's another game, right? We can discover maybe another game that might be coming to the Nintendo Switch or Switch 2. But here, we can even look at it. Tears of the Kingdom. Again. I'm telling you guys, Tears of the Kingdom DLC is coming. There is no denying it. And let's check the last one here. The very last patent has to do, I'm pretty sure it's Tears of the Kingdom as well. Let's move on. It's on the Switch. And let's continue down below. Is it Tears of the Kingdom? There's only one way to find out. Let's look at the image. And 3, 2, 1. Let's look at it. And it has to do with, what is this? Why is there a person on the floor that looks like it's, what, dead or something? And there's like a person here. I need to see more. Let's see. Okay. That is, are they elevating from the ground? Flying? I don't know. It's like a little balloon figure. Okay, so there's definitely something going on here. If this is Tears of the Kingdom, it has to do with something new. I don't remember seeing this here and then having this guy kind of floating in the air. This right here means he's actually floating in the air. This is like the shadow. So I don't know what this is. If you guys know in the comments, let me know. This is very, very suspicious one. This right here, this circle, means that this person is floating in the air. So they are in the air. I don't know what this means. And you guys can let me know below in the comments what it is. Color differentiate. Color difference is larger in, like, you know, basically the shade. See? In the sun. So what they're showing here is the actual shade in the sun, right? The person is closer to the ground, so therefore the shade is darker. And then the person over here is higher up in the air, so therefore the shade is lighter. All right. So let's continue looking here. Game program, shadow data, object data, pixel data. This could still be related to Tears of the Kingdom. Maybe DLSS added to Tears of the Kingdom? Could be, because it has to do with the shadows. Shadows have to do a lot with ray tracing, and so we have to kind of simulate, put two and two together, that this could be a patch that instead of DLC, what we're looking at here is a patch for Tears of the Kingdom, right? This is me talking here, but let me know, guys, if you think it makes sense to you that all of this information we're looking at here, all these patents have to do with the patch for Tears of the Kingdom instead of DLC. Maybe it's a patch for the next gen system, because here we're talking about color and shading and shades, and that is very kind of related to, you know, ray tracing on how an object moves and the shadow moves next to it, and the reflections on windows and on the ground and around you. And so here we have it. This could be ray tracing. So this is the person right here. The sun is hitting this way, and this is just a reflection here. This is a reflection. So not only is there not a reflection here because he's way up high, he's basically now getting a reflection. You can see the reflection on the ground, and then when you come down here, he is lower to the reflection, or the sunlight is hitting him from the top. So this could actually be some type of ray tracing update for the Nintendo Switch game Tears of the Kingdom, if I'm not mistaken. It could not be, could very well be, but right here it has to do with system renders a first shadow positioned in the first direction from an object, and a second shadow positioned in the second direction from an object, right? So basically it does have to do with adding shadows to objects, and I'm going to go ahead and say, yeah, Tears of the Kingdom, and it could be a patch added to the Tears of the Kingdom game to play on the next gen system. And I believe that we've gone through all of the other patents. Guys, you let me know what you guys think of all these discoveries, because we discovered AR. We discovered a Hall effect sensing joystick that Nintendo is actually working on, okay? And a lot of information out there within these patents that Nintendo is basically confirming, because these come straight from Nintendo. They do not come from me. They do not come from a third-party person. This comes from Nintendo themselves issuing a patent to the USPTO. It's a government agency that really basically, you know, where you place your patents to protect what is yours. And this is the first time I've seen Nintendo place so many patents. We started here with the machine interface, the human machine interface, which is basically for the VR. Actually, we started with the VR one, right? And so there's so much here that Nintendo just issued over the past literally 24 hours. It is the 8th. All these say the 7th right here. This is the 5th. About 1, 2, 3, 4 on the 5th, and a whole bunch of more on the 7th. That is going to do it for this crazy discovery video. I have never done a video this long discussing so much that Nintendo has done. But you know, you can keep it here for everything related to Switch 2, and I will go above and beyond for you and to give you the latest and greatest information on Nintendo Switch 2. You know that I will not only repeat what other people are telling you, but I will also discover things to give you the latest news on everything regarding Nintendo Switch 2. So let me know what you guys think down below. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button, subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next adventure here at the Odyssey. But before I'll let you go, I got 2 things I need to let you know. Number 1, never give up. And number 2, journey on. Peace.
Welcome to the Odyssey. Hit the like, press play. You're running with the squad like Xenoblade. Drive like Mario, we on a new way. Never slow down, winners don't need no brakes. And we won't fade, our shine gets greater. Staying on the ball like Pokemon trainers. From the nest to the Wii, we dangerous. You can button mash, but it ain't gonna save you.